Well, we have been watching a lot of the figures from the housing market very carefully. And we're joined now by Cindy Stumpo. She is Stumpo Development founder. She is also a sometime host on HGTV as well as on the radio and podcast. She's joining us as part of our Women in Money segment brought to you by USAA. Cindy, I want to start with you with what is going on in the housing market. You're a builder of luxury homes in particular. What are you seeing here? And how much are people, I know building in some areas has been deemed an essential service. What's going on with your company right now?
Okay, so we have been, and by the way, hi, Julie, nice to meet you.
You too.
Okay. We've been jammed. We've been busy. We haven't stopped. So yes, we were essential from day one. So we're running around with masks on and doing it the proper way. What am I seeing? I'm seeing right now in Massachusetts, in Boston, that the generation between the ages of 33 to 43 with children want to come out of Boston and come into the burbs. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing single family homes are high, and the condo market I'm just starting to follow to see if it's going to decrease, and I think it's going to. And again, I play in the high-end market. So I've been building for 33 years here. So I've seen many different markets, but I've never seen a pandemic market yet. So hey, I'm not seeing a slowdown. I'm not seeing a slowdown here.
It's Adam Shapiro, and I got to ask you, so I appreciate you're in the luxury end, but there's got to be a ton of money to be made in that middle sector, because these young millennials with young children who want to be in the burbs, there's already a housing shortage, isn't there?
There's been a housing shortage now for probably about 9 years since we came out of 08. So once 11 hit and 12, 13, by 14, 15, we're in a housing shortage. So, but when you're saying middle-end market, what's middle-end market to you?
It depends where you live, right? Like Boston, I would imagine is going to be more expensive than, Akron, Ohio.
So if you're coming, let's give you an example. I'm sure everybody knows Boston College.
Yep.
Most people know Boston College. So if you're coming out of Boston and you want to live near Boston College, entry level in Newton, Boston College, you're going to spend $2.4 to $3.4 million. Right. My high-end market runs between 5 and 10 million. So you're asking.
I'm going to Akron actually at those prices.
Okay, so you even want to go further out? You can get, keep jumping towns and cities, and the numbers are still up there around in Boston.
Hey, Cindy, Rick Newman here. What's happening?
Give it to me.
What's happening? By the way, a Boston College grad, know that area well.
Congratulations.
What is happening with beach properties? I'm interested. A lot of people want to escape to the beach, but now we're also told that can be a dangerous place to be as well. You have to stay away from everybody.
You know what? I really can't tell you what's going on with beach properties. I will tell you this. Nantucket's still high. The Vineyard's still high. Okay. You're taking a beach. You went to Boston College. Who would ever think that Revere Beach would pull the numbers Revere Beach is pulling in condos before this pandemic, by the way?
So I can't even afford a place on Revere Beach?
You might be, maybe.
Terrible news.
Go to Old Orchard. Old Orchard Beach, Maine. You can afford that.
Yes, you can. But again, those prices have inflated too over the years. Nantucket and the Vineyard, forget about it. As we say, forget about it.
That's what we say down in New York too. Well, I want to switch gears and talk about another interest of yours, and that is getting people into your business, and in particular through vocational schools, right? Because I know that's something that you have focused on. And in particular, I'm curious how you get more women into the business, because you're kind of a pioneer in that way.
Yeah, pioneer means old, but actually, yes, 33 years in building. It's actually funny. I have a running joke, and that is I once owned a construction company. Now I own an adult daycare center, and now I'm the police mask. So I'm wearing a lot of hats out here right now. Wear your mask, do your job. 33 years ago when I started in this business, men were out there at 6:30. They had their hard hats on, they had their coffee, up and running, 7 o'clock, those machines were going, and we weren't skipping a beat. Today, you're calling guys on the phone going, where are you? It's 10 o'clock. So the next generation doesn't work like my generation did or my parents' generation. And so we're running into what they call the skill gap problem, which, by the way, I've heard on the media for like the last 6 years. I had a TV show on HGTV. We were talking about it in 08, 09. I said when we came out of this recession, we were going to have a skill gap problem. And we're in it, and we've been in it for 6 years now. We don't have enough good labor force, not females nor males. And this is the part that pushes me back because it's all stigma related here. If you know who your kid is and your kid is not college material, why not alternative education? We don't even have to call a vocational school if that bothers some parents. If you know your kid's a tinkerer, send them off, let them learn something they can do with their hands to make a living. Not every kid makes a living with their brain. Some make a living with their hands. I'm 33 years in construction, guys. I was a CD student. I run a multi-million-dollar company today, 33 years later. Why? Because I learned a trade.
Well, what about the alternatives like my mother from Portland, Maine, who went to Pine Manor in your neck of the woods when it was a 2-year.
I live right next door. I live right next door.
Not necessarily, a Brit. My mother is quite smart. No offense. You don't need to get the 4-year degree, right?
Right, but when your mother went to Pine Manor, and I live on Yarmouth Road, which is right next door to Pine Manor, okay?
Yeah.
So with that being said, Pine Manor back then was an all-female school. Yes. So that tells me that her parents wanted their daughter to have an education, all-girls school, pretty easy school back then, let's call it what it is, and it's a pretty easy school now, okay? But Daddy wanted his daughter to have an education, or Mommy did. So they went to Pine Manor, they went to Mount Ida. So you're all familiar with Boston. I love it. Go ahead.
My mom's a lawyer. She'd whip you in court, but that's another story.
Go. See, so she went off from Pine Manor and she made a career with herself, for herself. Thank you. But no,
this is a great
point. More women. We need women. You know why? Ask me why we need more women in construction.
Why do we need more women in construction, Cindy?
Because we are so multitaskable. We can do everything. We can have 2 kids, one on our leg, one in our arms, and that's how I worked for 33 years. Listen,
and drive Storo Drive.
What's that?
And navigate Storo Drive.
And navigate Storo Drive while you're putting on mascara, okay? So there you go, okay? With 2 kids. No, it's just a great field. I wish the stigma would just leave and just say, hey, look, when my parents, I grew up Dudley Road, Newton, okay? Came from the North Shore of Boston till I was 13. So that was a culture shock. Your mother went from Maine to Chestnut Hill too. But at the end of the day, this is like, I love what I do every day. My parents used to say, yeah, my daughter's a builder 33 years ago. And they were very proud to say, my daughter, the builder. Why do parents have a problem saying, my son, the plumber, my daughter, the electrician? Everybody wants to say, my son, the lawyer, my daughter, the doctor, my this, my that. You've lived your life. Now let your kids live their lives. Yeah. And now as parents, it's our job to guide our kids into what we can help them. If we see that our kid is a tinkerer and not an AB student, why are we sending them off for another 4 years, have another couple $100,000 worth of college debt, depending on the school they go to, and then they're coming out of school and they're making $15 an hour. A laborer in my business, a laborer, somebody that knows nothing about construction, is making $25 to $28 a year, $25 to $28 not being in the union. Go in the union, it's more than that. Go get a job at Bloomingdale's. It's $15 an hour. So where's the bad advice?
Yeah, Cindy, I love this message, and it's a good reminder that the skills gap does not just exist in IT, which is what we tend to talk about. We got to leave it there. Cindy Stumpo, thank you so much. It was a great pleasure having you. Thank you. And have you on the program. Cindy Stumpo is Stumpo Development founder. We'll be right back.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.